Saucy. So I wanted to talk about Rose and Brett from the channel Queens of Kings. They're an interracial couple who make TikToks and videos for YouTube and different social media platforms. But they're an interracial couple. Rose is a black woman from Jamaica, apparently, and she was married to a black guy before she got with her current husband, Brett, who is a white guy. And so they're swirlers, and a couple of YouTubers made videos about them recently. O'Shea Duke Jackson and one of my faves, Neek at Night, made videos about them, pretty much exposing them because apparently they were creating a false narrative that Rose used to be married to a black guy and she was a single mom and he left the marriage because she used to be married to a black guy. She had 2 children from that marriage. She married young and then they got divorced. So I guess the narrative was that Brett was a rich white guy that supposedly, quote unquote, saved her from her single motherhood circumstances and her poverty. And they would make TikToks of them dancing, or YouTube videos. They would be dancing these cute little dances as a family and having a lot of fun. Looks like, seemingly they were happy. And but they were posting themselves, I guess what looks like at a resort, touting like this expensive lifestyle. They were drinking wine and toasting one another in a wine cellar. They were in a pool. It looked like a resort to me, or like outside of a hotel room and maybe an Airbnb. But the narrative they were trying to give was that he's rich and he swept her off her feet. One of the lives that she did, Rose and Brett did on their channel was basically bragging about a Range Rover that Brett gifted her for birthing his sons, or being pregnant with his sons. So Neek at Night and O'Shea Duke Jackson made videos basically exposing them because apparently in one of the lives, Rose got angry at Brett and she spoke about how, well, I'm tired of finance and everything. Wasn't it me that paid for the Range Rover? Wasn't it me that paid to get us out here and move us to Hawaii? And incidentally, they live in the most expensive part of Hawaii, that being Honolulu, Hawaii. Apparently, I guess that's where they live. So yeah, they were bragging about their lifestyle and how much better off she is, how much happier she is. And the fact that he's white and she's black is always kind of being brought up in the few videos I did see, because I really don't follow them. But I did notice that the main theme of their videos is the fact that they're swirlers and that she used to be married to a black guy and now she's like happier, and like the white guy came in and quote unquote like saved her from her single mother circumstances. Now he's taking care of her 2 children that she had from a previous marriage. She's living in a lap of luxury. She's happy, and that's the theme of their pages and like their lives. Pretty much, we're swirlers and we're happy, and I guess that's supposed to be like a lifestyle page. But one thing I want to know is, when did black women get so damn delusional about dating? And don't get me wrong, there's lots of swirlers out there who are married to white men. A lot of black women are married to white men that are perfectly happy, perfectly fine. They don't have like all this delusion going on. They know that the white guy is just a man at the end of the day, and they have plenty of realistic expectations of what a relationship comes with. But for some women who do things like this, it seemed like there's a degree of delusion there. And there's like I don't know, it's a fetishization of white men with some of these women. They really do think that white skin or light skin has some kind of magic or something. And they sell this fantasy to other black women who want to divest or who are divestors. And they give them this impression that these white guys are going to save them, quote unquote. They have all this money, and it's supposed to be so much better of a dating experience than being with a black guy. And apparently their relationship has problems too. They have love spats, marital spats. Life sets in with the children, stresses, just life stresses. And life is no easier with a white guy, a Hispanic guy, Asian guy than it would be with a black guy. Guys are guys, women are women. And it just seems so male-centered in a way, the way that this whole thing is presented, because it turns out, see, if you follow somebody long enough, the truth will start to come out. Because when she did her live and she went on her rant trying to, I guess, embarrass him or humiliate him and let everybody know, hey, my husband really didn't finance all those things. He really didn't pay for the Range Rover. I did. And to be perfectly honest with you, it doesn't really matter between a married couple, their finances, who pays for what, who bought what. It really doesn't matter at the end of the day. Because to me, it's personal business between that couple. They have community, everything. Everything is shared. The money, the finances, everything is shared. The children, the house, whoever paid for it with whatever, her money is his money too, and the other way around. So that kind of information really is private, is between the couple themselves. It does not concern anybody else. And it's almost as if, like, if it's not real, I'm just gonna pay for it myself and create this illusion. Let everybody know, or just kind of invite everybody into our relationship and make everybody think that it's this way. I'm not really sure why. Like, I see a lot of black women doing this in the black community, where they like have to like brag and make it seem like their husbands are just like, it almost seems like they're trying to flex on other women when they do shit like that. You kind of see it in the church, you see it in different family functions. It's like when a black woman is single, she is one way, but then when she gets with a guy and she's getting ready to get engaged, it's like she feels that she's on a higher spiritual plane, and she starts to feel like she's better than the single women in the room. I mean, I've seen this. Used to have a friend who used to brag all the time. It's my husband, my husband, my husband. She used to say that shit all the time. And when it came to him like opening her doors or wanting a kiss from her, she wanted no parts of him. She would tell him, get the fuck away from me. Leave me alone. Don't touch me. But whenever she was around me or any other female, even though I was married myself, it didn't matter at the time. My husband. It's like the husband is like a trinket, a bracelet or a necklace that they wear around their necks that they can flaunt around other women. Like it's just a purse or a shoe, or a pair of shoes, a bracelet or a necklace. Like his whiteness and him being her husband is another trinket she can use to like kind of flex on other people, knowing that this is not the case. You don't have all that luxury. This illusion is not real. You'll probably get more viewers just being your authentic self. But it seemed like black women, it seemed like the stuff has reversed. Because growing up, when women would have like accomplishments, and they would say they went to school and they got their education, their PhD, their MBA, BS, or whatever, they would get humbled by people who didn't have that. Like, well, where's your MRS? Because if you don't have a man, you just really ain't worth anything. And it seems like that has reversed now. Once women started to realize that there's actually a shortage of men, and a lot of women may end up dying alone, it reversed. Now it's, the education is just everything, and a man is like, you're shamed if you have a man, or if you have a successful relationship, or if you jump through too many hoops, as they call it, or if you have too much respect for him. Like, you're just shamed. A man means nothing. It's not worth anything. And if you're married, women look at you like, ew, that's disgusting. And it's like women do wait until they get older and they've had a few kids and now they're over 40 and they want that companionship, and they just refuse to believe that it's too late for a lot of them. And I don't believe it's too late, but some women and a lot of guys try to tell women that it is too late. But I don't know, maybe that's part of it, part of the swirling thing, because they want to find a husband. And it seems like some women do it to flex on black men. You didn't want me, so this white guy took me. And how much better I'm living now that that I got my white king and that he swept me off my feet and now he's taking care of me. He has more money than you. He's richer than you. He's a better father than you. And it's like they just invite all these other communities into their gender war instead of getting it resolved, like finding a resolve. Like black women and black men in general need therapy. They need to cope with the traumas of whatever it is that hurt them before they even think about moving forward with another mate. Marriage, education, status, and money is not what you need. You need therapy. There's too much unchecked mental illness in the black community, and I really, really am saying that with all seriousness. It's not fair to use another person as like a pawn in this ridiculous gender war. What happened to the days where people wanted to just get married, find companionship, and they knew the meaning of a first date? They knew how to date. They knew how to be good girlfriends and good boyfriends and be a good wife and be a good husband. It used to be a coffee shop or a picnic at a park where it was considered cute and sufficient enough to get to know one another, and people courted a little longer, people waited a little longer, people were a little bit more patient with each other and took time, and took the necessary time to develop the relationship and the intimacy that it takes to create a healthy relationship. What happened to just simple stability? Having a simple little house, a simple little life, simple little car, beautiful little family, simple income. Everybody had what they need. Their kids had their own room. Utilities were paid. Food was on the table. Everybody was happy. Occasional vacation, and you grew old together, and created memories. Stable, capable children who grew up to repeat the cycle. Nobody had to make $100,000 a year, $500,000 a year, $1 million, a year just to date somebody. People cared more about the character of the person and the value of the human being over what was in their pockets. That's what our grandparents had, and that's what we all long for. We just cut out all the rest of this crap. We can really get back to that.